Right then, we're back. We're going to do a bit of ATS, I think. I've added some mods that I need to kind of test out anyway, so we'll have an hour or two of ATS. It's only going to be a shortish stream. Going to do relatively short jobs. Actually, probably really short jobs. Going to go by value, so it's going to be around... What price per distance switched on, so... Hold on, my YouTube window's gone weird again. Gotta love it. See what we can find job wise. 13, 14, 15. I think around 30 to 40 per mile would be nice. 24, 27, 29. We get into the 30s. Keeping the journeys relatively short. Still a 10-hour drive. Yeah, there's got to be better out there. Let's try. Where's 40? 40 per mile. 2-hour drive. We've got a 22-hour drive. Do that one. Just want to cram in some short jobs, test as much as I can. Hopefully earn enough money to get a truck at some point, but we're way down on this one. I need to do a lot more work.
Drive safe.
Yeah, okay. Still got crappy horns, still haven't found anything that I like horn-wise. Got some new engine sounds in here, got some graphic mods, which I may throw into ETS because I'm kind of liking the look of this graphic mod. Out of the way, get some lights on. And I've updated some of the engine sounds. Haven't got any physical truck mods. Again, updated the sports car pack as one squeezes it in front. Use all that road, shall we?
And then turn left. Turn left.
Too late. Damn it, stalled it in the middle of the road. Not a good start. Kind of liking this, giving it a nice murky sky look. How many gears does it have? This only has the 10. Great. And this is 11:56 a.m. It's a different look, that's for sure. I like it. Still got my loan payments going out. How does it look on the camera? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's definitely murky looking.
Keep left.
2 hours 22 remaining. We've got about half a tank of fuel. Should be okay.
Keep left.
Don't forget, chat is open. How's everyone doing? Pop in the chat, say hello. You're more than welcome to. Definitely gives the game a different feel with this mod. Hello there, how you doing? I am doing very well, thanks. Get back in the truck, I think. I forgot I'm on my screens. There's no point in doing that shot unless I'm doing the game screen only.
Keep right. And then exit right. Exit right. Turn left. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Did you get an invite on Discord? You know, if you're getting invites on Discord, then I'm not quite sure why, because you're the second person to tell me that. I think there's been something I've clicked that's caused something. Don't get me wrong, you're more than welcome to join Discord, it's not a problem, but I can't even see the signal, so I'm just going for it. I need to look into those invites and see what's going on, because I haven't selected anything to go out, but it's all new to me. I wonder if it's a bot that's causing it to happen.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Oh, we're in the wrong lane. We're not turning here, we'll be turning ahead, I think.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Hold it, come on.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Go straight on.
I can see what they're trying to do with the sports car mod sounds, but yeah, it's just accelerating, it's not like shifting down.
Get ready to turn left.
But that could be ATS, it's not that clever, I think. So money's on 209,000. I need to get another 500,000, get another garage. I need to get at least, I don't know, 6 garages going. I've only got 2 at the moment. Way behind on my ATS.
Turn left.
Still trying to decide if I like the image that's on the screen now or whether I need to change it. Still got another hour and 6 minutes to go on this thing. That trailer's got 4 sets of wheels along the back.
Keep right.
Another 30 minutes to go, so shouldn't be too long now. Ah, great. Arge my way out.
Get ready. Turn right.
Stuck on the lights. Well, not really lights, but at the stop, I should say.
Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Finally, we are here.
The wrong way of fence for going in somewhere that I needed to go. Okay. Where's the stop? I think I've gone past it. Let's have a look. Oh crap. All the way over there. Oh shoot. Okay, that's going to be a fun one. Ooh, it's not going to get over that bump, is it? I'll need to think about this one. Gotta get into that gap by there. Ideally, I want to go up there rather than reverse it the long way around. That little bump may throw everything off, so I think I'm gonna have to reverse this more. Hey Jonathan, how you doing? And Damien, how are you? Sorry, I was just concentrating on what I'm doing by here. Oh, I just got to watch the rear end, because that's probably going to want to cut in really lots. It's not going to want to do it, is it? Just gonna have to go for it over that bump and hope the rest follows. This is where it starts getting close. I think we're okay with that. Hey Gareth, good to see you. How you doing? Hope you all had a good day. The amount of turning I've got to do with this thing. Oh, has that clipped the edge with that? May have. I need to get the angle on that, and I'm just not going to get it that way, am I? So, hold on. Reverse it a second. I didn't think that little pallet would register, but it did. That's pretty good. Well, that makes things a little awkward. Because now I've got no way of straightening that up. Oh, Jesus. God, I get myself in a mess, don't I? I'm not going to have the turning circle to get in. Okay, I think we got it. Don't overdo it though. Whew. I know I said it like a challenge, but that one's kind of annoying. That was an awkward one. Doing that, that's going to take a bit of practice to get that better. I think it's the first time I've ever done that one. Like it. Next time I'll have to try it from inside the cab. That will be a royal pain in the ass. Right, let's look for 40 again. 40, 40, 40. That's 34, that's 35. 39, we're just about there, so one up. 51. What have we got? Something relatively short, under 10, but even 7's a bit. Why did I just see 7 there? JCB 10 tons. Oh, I got hiccups too. It's easy when you can pop outside and have an overhead view of where you're parking, though, isn't it? It's a bit different from when you're inside. Tell you what, the next time, if we get an awkward one like that, or that same one, we'll try it from inside the cab only and leaning out the window. It's, I bet you any money it'll be 10 times harder. Oh, there we are. 2-hour run. Excavator. Not the same blooming job, is it? Let's take it. It's a short run. I want to do some short jobs.
Okay, here we go.
Need to reposition my camera inside. Yeah, that should do. Lights on.
Finding a new route. Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
So just under 3 hours. Plenty of fuel on board for this. Should be straight there, and we'll see what we're going to deal with for parking.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Whoa, turn left here, Jesus. Oh, we've got lots of screen slow down there. What the hell was that? I'm running so many new mods that I'm not quite sure whether one of them could be causing issues with graphics. We are using a realistic graphics mod. I decided to put it on because it's been a long time since I've used it. Looks like it's been updated quite well. We got modded AI, we got modded density for vehicles, bikes, classic cars, sports cars. You name it, it's all thrown in at the moment and it all seems to be working fine.
Go straight on. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I know one thing I want to do. No, don't do that. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I want to do that one. Delete. And I need to do the same here, so we need that. That didn't work, did it? Having two sets of indicators was doing my head in. Sorry about that. Let's get back to it. So now we only have the one set. Now I need to move the indicators on this side up and swap things around, but I'll do that another time. Trying to decide whether the color that's coming through at the moment on the screen for the screens and layout is okay. I got a feeling that it's just a little bit washed out, so I may change that.
And then exit right.
Looks a little flat. I thought I'd try this mode out, but I don't think it's working that well.
Go straight on.
Brakes. Oh, blimey. I know I slackened off the brakes a little bit because they were a bit too sharp, and now we really do have to push it. Wait forever just for these lights. Come on. They'd be nice. Fourth gear start doesn't like.
Keep right.
We get a little. Right, we're under an hour remaining for this job. Won't be too much longer to drop this off. Oh shit. I caught the rear end, damn it. Certainly feels like we're heading in the same direction, doesn't it?
Keep right.
God, we don't have to go into that one again. Bypass that. Yeah, that wasn't stopping. Why were you slowing down so much? You gonna go, or is he gonna sit there? Move. Ah, he's gonna sit there. Time to push him out of the way. There are. You and your Ferrari. That's how you deal with them. Looks like it is to the same place. Yet.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right, and then turn right.
Oh, blimey.
Turn right.
Well, guess I gotta try within the cab now. At least I got a rough idea what to do. And the parking is exactly the same spot. Shit.
It's all over now.
Bloody will be now if I get this thing in. No, that was the rear end caught. You so can't see that rear end. Right, we're through there, that's fine. Don't think I've got that much room, do I? A little bit off, but we're in. Wasn't too bad actually. But I think having a go before was advantageous, shall we say. Didn't get a clean run in though. We did nick the I think it was like a cabin or something, or no, there was a truck park, wasn't there, or a trailer parked. If we ever do that one again, we need to see if we can get around that cleanly. Tableware. Rack tank. 170 horsepower. Urgent delivery. That's $8,000. 41 per mile. Give that a go. California can be a nice area to drive in sometimes.
Time to hit the road.
I'm gonna adjust the settings. I think that's about right. Oh yeah, before we go any further, let me adjust some settings here. Still looking a bit dark though, isn't it? There. I'll never get this picture right. Just trying to adjust some of the darkness out of it. Nope, that definitely doesn't work. That'll have to do. I think the rest will have to be done on the camera. So what do we got? That's big bugger.
Turn right. Go straight on.
We're going straight on, we're not even turning. Why was I indicating? I don't know. Tesla, but that.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Hold up, my mirror's frozen. God, I forgot about that. Hopefully that should get it working. Yep. Just under 4 hours. Half a tank. We should be fine. 10 gears again. It's going to get quite dark in game soon, so we'll switch back to the single game screen.
Keep left. Keep left.
Let's change to that one.
Keep left.
Come on, shift it. Hey, Equalizer. Yeah, just a chill weekend, as always. Thought I'd squeeze in a little bit of ATS before I pop out. What about you? Been up to anything fun? It's definitely really dark with this mod on. Well, that's good. At least we had a bit of time to chill as well. Thank you very much. Move out of the way. Trying to abuse my speed limiter as much as I can by sitting on it. wonder, does nighttime look better with the camera off for me? Light off, I should say. Nah, it's still got that weird look to it.
Keep left.
It's weird with the lights off, you can't see anything. Jesus. That's dark. Oh, trouble. Gamepad issue. What were you playing on? PC console? Although saying that, my son came down the other day with a PS4 controller in his hand going, "Oh, the shoulder keys come off." And I was like, yeah, you probably banged it against something, didn't you? Because you got in a little huff. Ooh, crap. Oh well, at least I know what I'm getting for his birthday. A new controller, amongst other things. ACS12, how you doing? What do you need a hand with? We struggle to get your shifter into gear. What do you mean? The physical movement of going from third to fourth? We've got to remember that the G920 shifter is a very, very basic shifter. So are you saying it's not being registered properly, maybe? Is that the same in every game, or just in certain games? Have you tried other games, in other words? The USB socket on the back are a weak point. On the back of what, sorry? PC or... If you're worried about your USB sockets, get yourself a 4-way USB adapter. Yeah, but a gamepad for what device? Sorry, without knowing the device, I don't know what the reference is.
Go straight on.
You could always try stripping it down and having a look just to see if anything's shifted inside, which is highly unlikely, but... And again, it's got me coming off the road when it just goes straight on. Ugh, sat-nav. Oh, CS12, I'm having two conversations, sorry. Just to confuse you. That's an Xbox controller. Yeah, an Xbox controller plugged into an Xbox or a PC? Because I know with the PlayStation you can use a USB hub. I'm assuming you can do the same on an Xbox. More so really because it should be compatible with like a Windows device in some respect. It's what I did for my son. He was running out of hard drive space, so rather than upgrade the internal drive, I just bought a 4TB external and a 4-way USB hub so he could plug everything in at the same time. Oh crap.
Exit right.
Yeah, I know the G29.
Turn left.
I know how the G920 plugs in. That's fine.
Turn left.
I doubt it's a connection issue for you, CS12. You got to remember that the G920 shifter, the shifter anyway, the Logitech shifter is a very basic shifter. It's either it's making bad connection. I mean, make sure it is plugged in properly into the unit. What's it like if you go into Windows Device Manager? No, not Device Manager, but Windows devices and have a look at the actual shifter operating in Windows. Does it register all the changes properly, or does it show like there may be a dodgy contact? I can call you Craig, but I'll probably forget by the next stream. I'm crap with names. I'm sorry.
Keep left and then
Try doing it in Windows. That's the first protocol for me. Because if it registers fine in Windows,
turn left.
but then in the game it's not, then you've got an issue with how it's programmed maybe in the game.
This is where
But it wouldn't surprise me if this is the same in Windows by the sounds of it. Yeah, this is a bit tight in here. But as for equalizer, I would, if you're using PC, get yourself a USB hub. That way then, you've only one cable going in and you've got 4 ports to play with. They're relatively cheap, probably about a tenner is all you need. It does sound a bit strange. I mean, it could be that you've got a dodgy connector, but I mean, I'm talking inside the shifter itself, how it registers the shift. But I would do the Windows check first just to see if it shows any differences. Right, and here comes a royal pain. Let me get to the end of this and I'll nip in because I need to remember where you need to go. It's Windows settings and something you need to go to. And then it's Windows settings and devices, is it? I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've looked, to be honest. We're gonna try and lock that out there. Need to make multiple tries in this one, so. Problem with this is so long I can't see the bloody mirror on the point I need to be at. It sucks. Way off the mark. Looks like I'm going to be doing multiple. one of these really big long trailers that doesn't like to turn, so they're a royal pain in the ass. Gonna have to make a second attempt at this. I'm too shallow on the turn. Bring it in to about there, but go further back. Shit, no, turn too early. I think we might have it. We're a little deep, but it might pay off. Oh, that'll do. That will really do. Yeah, okay. Sorry, that took ages to park. Right, let's go outside. If it'll let me. Outside view. Just on the line. Whoa. Hey Throttle, how you doing? Right, and let's have a look for you, shall we? Let me just tab out of here. So, Windows icon, then go to settings, that's devices. So do Windows icon, settings, and then devices, and look down your list of devices, and you should have all your devices there. Now, how do you get to that window again? I think it's devices and printers you click on. And you should see all your connected devices. So hopefully you'll see Logitech in there. Like right now I can see my X55 flight sticks. But then if I right click on the item that I want to click on properties, no it's not, it's this, click on game control settings, it'll pop out a window. And then in there you'll have a list of devices again. Click on your device that you want to test and then go to properties, and in there you'll see your buttons and then go through each shift point, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever, and it should register there cleanly. You should see the light coming on showing red. So again, if I can, I won't be able to show you the desktop because I haven't got a thing mapped for it. Right, so click your wheel, do right click the wheel, and then go to game control settings when you right click. That'll bring up another list. Find your wheel or shifter. I'll see, I don't know if I've got a screen programmed in for it. Hold on, let me try that one. There you go. So again, if I quit out, if we pretend that my flight stick here is your Logitech shifter or Logitech system, right click it, game controls, it'll pop out a window. And again, you want to look through your list of devices here. Right, hold on. Have you got, you're in devices and printers? It might be that you can't do it on the Logitech then. It'll be annoying. When you right click any of these, do you get game control settings? Give that a second. Okay, so you right click, game control settings, a little window will pop out. In there again, find your device, so we'll use the, I'll use my throttle or my Rhino stick. And then you do properties. So again, if I click the buttons on my stick, you'll see them light up. You're in the game controller settings. I have no idea what you're looking at. Are you looking at this screen that I'm looking at? So again, let me move these so you can see everything. Click Windows, Settings, which brings up, you know, Windows Settings page. Go to Devices, then click on Devices and Printers. Should bring up that window. There you go. Then find your device, right click, game control settings. When you've got that window open, click properties. And again, every button I press will light up. That's a quick way of testing. If it works in there, then you know it's somewhere else. It's a setting somewhere else. But if it's doing the same here as it is in your games, then it's more than likely going to be the device itself. Which means you may have a dodgy shifter. Problem is, your gear shifter goes through your wheel. So click on your wheel. Do the same thing that I just showed you via your wheel. And you'll probably find you'll have a shed load of buttons because it's registering your wheel, buttons on your wheel, the shifter, all as one. So I'm guessing with the Logitech, because I can't remember doing it myself, I'm guessing because they're all plugged into the wheel, it's all going to come up under the same thing. So just do it like that for the wheel, but then when you're in there, look at the red icons and then just move the shifter from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And it should show lights coming on down the bottom, like I just did. Okay, you've got it now. I'm on the wrong window. Let me get the game back. I think we might be able to squeeze in another job. We're on 240,000. I need to get the money up, but I haven't got loads of time. 36, 36, 37. I want to get around 40 per mile. Now we're on 40 there. Any nice short ones? 12, 12, 6. Well, remember in game, do you use clutch? You've got to make sure that you're hitting the clutch pedal properly. So maybe does ETS and ATS support automatic clutch? Because if it does, put it on auto clutch and then try changing. If it changes perfectly fine with auto clutch, then it's probably the clutch setting in the game. Because with me, whenever I do manual gears, I use manual clutch. So I've got to make sure I'm stamping on that clutch properly, otherwise I'll grind or the gear won't go in at all. 6 hour, we got anything shorter? Let's have a look. Yeah, the clutch goes fully way in, but what you got to do though, when you're changing gear, obviously just like in a car, you've got to put the clutch in first, then change gear. Problem is with the game, with a truck, especially with trucks, some of the trucks you need to hold the clutch before you change. Otherwise, if you rush it, it won't register the change because the clutch system on the truck is so slow. But you're saying it's the same for every game regardless, so maybe you're best off just reprogramming the gears and the clutch just to make sure. Yeah, I can do. Let me just find a job and then I'll put it on the screen. But remember, I'm using different setup to you, so it may be completely different. Let's have a look. I'm going to find something relatively short. I don't want to do like, even 8 hours is going to be too long. It takes forever. If I can find like something for 4 hours, I'd be laughing. So that's 5. It's tempting. 4 hours. That'll do. That'll do. Take job. I gotta do this because I'll forget.
Let's do this.
We will do that in a moment. Options. Controls. So there we are. With mine, I've got mine set to nearly about halfway, just over half, I would say. So again, when I press the clutch, and again, you can hold it halfway, the clutch, and then you can always move the bar. You can see you will get a little bit of a change. See how it comes on really quick if you do it that way? It's almost like an on and off switch. That will use the full range of the pedal, which I find kind of annoying at times. I tend to do about halfway, so I know then half press and it should have registered the clutch movement. And you're not going to see the gears, unfortunately, but yeah, they're all there. Should be all you need, to be honest. Right, guys, let's get on for another job. If you're enjoying, by the way, hit the old like button because it really does help us out. Let's take that off. Engine start, lights on. So dark. Let me put a light on. Can we get it this way? Yes, we can. Although I'm going to take this one because it's a little bit wider this side.
Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn right.
It is dead round here.
Turn right.
Mind you, it's nearly quarter past midnight. Don't know why I just sat there. I could have just driven through that probably.
straight on. Keep right.
Ah, so it was your clutch setting.
Turn
Yeah,
right.
you'll have to go through your games one by one and check your clutch setting. If you set it for full range, you need to make sure you smash that clutch down early. Whereas if you adjust it for about halfway, it means, you know, half a press on the pedal means it should have registered. It's just a safe way of doing it. But you may need to vary it for each game, because sometimes it can be too early or too late. Excuse me a second, I forgot the mirror again. Ugh, I hate it when I can't see out the right mirror. Gotta get that under 60.
Keep right.
Hello, Mrs. Biker. Can't quite tell. These lights suck. Oh, hiccups.
Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
Right, sit back, cruise for about 4 hours, and hopefully we'll be able to park this. It's gonna be still probably dark when we park it. Honk honk.
Keep right. And then exit right. Exit right.
not a lot to see on the outside view when it's dark.
Keep left.
At least the police car backed off for that one, otherwise I would have gone straight into him. I think that's another button. That can be outside view, that can be reverse view. Brake sensitivity set how you feel. What I would do is put it up to maximum braking and then back it off a bit and then take a truck out and then hit the brakes. That's what I usually do, and then I set it there. Usually it's about a quarter of the way down from the right hand side. Trucks usually have pretty good brakes, to be honest. But you don't want them stupidly good where you can just put on the brakes and it's going to stop easy every time. I do it so it takes a little bit of pushing to get it to stop. Which is why I end up going into the back of things quite often. But remember, with things like brakes, it's personal preference as to how you want the truck to stop. You can copy mine if you want, but there's no guarantees it's right. That's cool. Stability, I need to look into that. Mine are pretty much maxed out. I think I've got them like a notch or two down from top. But I want to look into that because I want to kind of set it up with a more realistic feel. But I don't know whether to download a mod or use the basic settings. So that's something I need to look into, to be honest. Gotta pull in again. Whoa, don't stop there, you git.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
That one. Yeah, like I'll show you now. Options. Gameplay, is it, if I remember correctly? I got my random events, detours, and rain probability turned down because I was getting so fed up of having random road events. And detours were getting to be a pain because nearly every time I was going out, detours were always coming up. It's like, really? There can't be this many detours on the damn road. There we are. Braking is just over halfway, and here, as you can see, it's a couple of notches down from the top. But I'll be going through the forum soon just to find out what the suggested settings are, if I can find something that works. I've never been happy with the handling in the game. I think that's about it, to be honest. It depends. Again, it's your field of view. I mean, are you using triple screens? Are you using a single screen? What I do is that when I get into the truck, like now, so if I go inside truck view, just hit F4, do it twice till you get to mirrors, then you can just do the mirrors. I do it so I can see part of the truck and the rest then is road. And do the same on the right hand side. Assuming you can see both, that is. As for the truck, hit F4 again. I try and do it so it maps my wheel here. So if I go to this screen, as you can see, my wheel is pretty much in line with where the wheel is in the game. I can see through my wheel to the dash here. I've got my own dashes which help me as well. But remember, I'm using an ultra wide screen, so I've got less vertical height. If you're using a 16:9 screen, you'll have more screen height, so you'll have more to see top and bottom. And again, if you're using triples and you're not seeing all your mirrors or your mirrors aren't working properly, take your view here under 60 and all the mirrors will work fine. So you'll be able to see out of that mirror to the right, you can see out of that mirror to the left. But it's difficult, you know, I can't tell you how to set up the view. I can only do my view and tell you how I do it, because your seating position will be different to mine, so your field of view will be different, so it's going to do what looks right for you, to be honest. And there's no right and wrong way about it. If you want to... Are you using a single screen or triple screens? I mean, I'll say this now for anybody watching. If anybody wants to set up their screen field of view correctly, I think it's under game settings in my Discord. I've posted a link to a forum that tells you how to mathematically work out your correct field of view for single and triple screens, I believe. So I'd recommend going there, because that's what I've done. You're running triple screens, work out the mathematically correct ratio, and that will then be the same for whatever game you use then, and you know what you're doing. It's a little bit of work. You've got to, you know, work out your maths. It tells you how to do it. If not, there's plenty of calculators online that will help you. Don't use, you know, the field of view calculators you can find. I'm talking the calculators that will tell you how to work out the inverse tan or something, you know. But there is information out there, and I've put it in the forum. Hopefully it gives you everything you need. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll find the rest of it for you. But it's a really good read, to be honest, and it's worth doing, spending a bit of time. I think it took me a good hour or so to sit down and work mine out. Because it'll tell you how far away the screen needs to be for a given size. It'll tell you the angles that you should have to make sure that your screens are giving you the same distance on the left and the right to your center screen. Yeah, you can still do that. Still do the mathematics. If you want to do it, you don't have to. But at least that way you know how far away it should be situated from you for your given size. And you can just measure with a tape measure and set it up. I was kind of lucky. When I worked mine out, all my screens were only a fraction out. I had to move my screens probably... The angle I had to change. The angle was... I had them towed in too much. And I had to change it by about 7 degrees. It wasn't a huge amount. I was expecting it to be way out. And the distance I had it set was... just about right. I think there are tad close, but that's because I can't move them further back, but it's only out by about a centimetre. The forum that I've linked to, it gives you everything you need if I remember correctly. So literally every time I go into a game now, all I do is tell the game how far I am from the screen and what my angle of screens are. My screens are angled at about 64 degrees. And it pretty much looks fine all the time. One out to go, and then this will be my last job. I'm then going to pop out, may come back and do some more trucking later, depending on what happens.
Go straight on.
50 minutes, hopefully I can get through this quick. I need to. Seriously? Ugh, I hate these weighbridges. I wonder if there's a mod that'll take weighbridges out. Maybe one day. Nearly pulled off without clicking the switch. I can't angle the screen up to see. The moon is up there, but it's too high for me to see. That's annoying. Can I look up? Oh no, nearly saw it then. Glimmer of the moon. I wanted to see how it looked with this new skybox thing that's going on. Should be there about... Oh god. See, went through the light. I'll have a look now towards the end. I can't remember if I posted it in that or something else. It was only posted today, I think, or yesterday. And I don't have my Discord open, I think. Always forget to do that. Where are you going?
Keep right and then turn right.
Still 12 minutes away.
Turn right.
Yada yada yada. I'm in a bit of a rush. Do apologise. Whatever.
Turn left.
Yeah, those brakes are still working pretty good, actually. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, I'm going through.
Get ready to turn right.
The post should say mathematically correct field of view, but the same principle applies to single or triple.
Get ready to turn right.
Because you have to work out your single screen to start with before you can do triple anyway. Where the hell do we turn? Down here.
Turn right.
Right, where are we parking this thing? Not round there if I remember correctly. They're early in the morning, it's 4:35. Yeah, it's down to there. Flying in. That'll do. We'll take that. Hold on. I'll load it now. I'm sure I posted it, unless of course it didn't enter. That'll be really embarrassing. Yeah, go into the Discord, go to game settings, and it's got there. It should say got triple screens. Want to set them up to the mathematically correct field of view. See the following site, blah blah blah, and it's there. So it's under game dash settings. It's the last post there. Yeah, click on that. It should do single screen as well, because I don't think it's limited just the one. Click on the link. Take you to Village TV setup. Through the sum, you must get to make them. Yeah, well, well, yeah, field of view. Have a read of it, see if it can be applied to, because I know that they talk about setting up a single, but they don't. I'd have to have a quick look, read through it to see whether it will fully apply to a single screen. I think what they're saying is, though, for it to apply to a single screen, it would have to be really, really close to you, which may not be possible. But there are other sites that'll do single screen anyway. Anyway, guys, gotta apologize, but I need to shoot off because my time has come where I need to do some real life stuff. So I'm gonna end this here, and I'll see you in the next video. So take care. Bye for now. You didn't ask for a couch. I gotta run. Take care. I may be back later. You never know. Bye for now.